Hi everyone. How you guys doing? Great. Good to see you guys again today. Okay, good. Good. Wow, we have a lot of audience tune in today. Great. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on this very special webinar. How is all your mood today? On rate from 0 to 10. Okay. All right, let's do this together. Type in the chat box. Okay, I see a lot of 10 here. Great. Wow. All of you are 10. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I always like work with positive people or high energy. Great. Okay, now, and today, since all of you here is so hype here, so since you're so happy, you also make me happy. So I decided to share my contents today. How about that? Okay, more contents today. All right. Okay, nice. So now, let me just tell you roughly what we're going to do here today, and I'm going to do a seminar, or in this case, it's a webinar where I'm going to share with you how to use BaZi to grow your wealth in the upcoming period 9. Yeah, this is what I'm going to talk about. And some of you here are very new to this. You might wondering, right? Will I able to benefit from this session? Definitely, absolutely. Yeah, because what we're going to talk about today is not technical at all. It's all about application. I think technical can wait, right? When you actually create a better life, I think that you can actually, at that time, you can spend more time to learn the technical part. Don't you guys agree? We must get ourselves better first. Instead of like spend 20 years learning about all the technical knowledge, might as well just focus on application, make ourselves better. Then we have more free time, we have more freedom. Then you can pursue whatever you want, right? That is my philosophy of learning metaphysics, right? It's not about understand everything. It's about understand the right thing that can change your life. Yeah, this has always been my motto in the past, now, and also moving forward. Okay, so now what we're going to actually focus more on today is about how do we actually create more wealth, yeah, in the tough period 9. But before I start to actually share with you all of this here, for some of you here, probably this is the first time you're joining me. How many of you here, you are the first time actually watching my webinar? Probably this is the first time you're seeing me. Type the word me. Okay, all right, great. I see Junyun. Wow, so many of you here actually is there. That's great. That's great. Okay, nice. Some of you second time. I see Judy, James Wong, first time, usually from YouTube. Okay, so YouTube is a pre-record video, right? I did a live then. I actually published that. But today, you're going to watch me live here. So since it's a live session, I think one of the benefit of actually watching me live, you can actually ask me questions, right? So I think along the way in today's sharing, you might have some questions. So I might not able to answer everyone. Probably I'll dedicate the end of the session today to have a Q&A session. How about that? So so whenever you have any questions, you will not actually got obstructed or interfere with the learning, right? Sometimes you have a question, then you cannot focus on the learning. How about I'm going to do a Q&A session by the end of today? So need not to worry, right? If you have any questions, you can write it down first. Then I'll do my best to answer a question by the end of today's session. Okay, great. Now, and for some of you here, I saw some of you are new timer. Let me just introduce myself a little bit here. My name is Iverson Lee. I'm a consultant, speaker, and instructor from Joe Yap Consulting Group. So my job here purely is about life transformation. So if you like to transform your life, probably I'm the one you need to talk to. But if you're the one just want to know about prediction, what is in store in my life, will I be rich or will I be poor for life? Probably I'm not the right person you need to listen to, okay? Because I always believe that all of us here are destined for greatness. I always believe that. I don't care what is someone tell you about your child, how bad it is. There's always a way to turn around. So our job here as a consultant or instructor is to help you to discover that part. Yeah, the greatness sit within. Yeah, that is my whole job here. So, and I also seen that a lot of time, people actually learn like after 5 years, 10 years, or over 2 decades. They learn a lot, right? But in the end, they don't see much results in their life. How many of you here actually met someone like this? Yeah, they can talk a lot of theory with you, like, okay, this is Day Master is weak, this is a clash, and then there's a combo. until a point that you don't know what they're talking about. You only see stars. Okay. But in the end, their life, they're still the same, right? But yet, there are some people, probably they just learn like 6 months and then they start to actually moving ahead in life. Don't you think the second one will be better? Right. So you want to be like all those professor, I think that way is good if you want to go to college to teach metaphysics, right? But if you want to actually make changes or move forward in life, you have to learn about the application, right? It's about what is the tipping point that change our destiny. So I don't care. I think some of you here come from a predisposition or a pre-assumption or with a notion that your chart is already bad because someone told you so. How many of you here actually either your friend or someone tell that your chart is not so good and they're actually to support their remarks, they actually tell you, oh, this is a clash, there's a punishment in the chart, there's a death emptiness in your chart, therefore it's bad. Okay, all right. So if you've been actually I would say being conditioned before with all this very fearful thing, yeah, fret not. Because what I'm going to tell this is not to actually make you happy at first. It's because I see too many people charts to a point that I think, right? I mean, with your permission, of course, I qualify to tell you, yeah, no matter what chart you have, you can have a great life. Yeah, I'm not just telling this to make you happy because I've seen more than 1,000 charts, or if not more. I lost count of it. And 95% of the chart is really, really bad according to their theory. Yeah, but they are insanely successful. Yeah, because when I start to learn this back in 2013, yeah, actually before I start this, I start learning this metaphysics art in 2013 and actually doing this professionally in 2017. So if you look back, it's almost like how many years? 6 to 7 years professionally. So I see so many charts per day. And therefore, there is a time that trigger me, hey, you know, there's a difference between what I learned and what is the reality. How come certain chart is seemingly bad can turn out to be insanely successful? Yeah, how about that? So finally, I know the answer to this is not what chart you get, is how. Yeah, it how you use the chart. Yeah, that's got me excited, right? I don't want someone to tell me, hey, your chart is bad, right? You need to live with it. No, I'm not. That is not me. It's different channel. So I'll say, hey, what can we do now, right? Since we are already here, we are alive right now. What can we do moving forward? Okay, so yes, you can choose to be a crybaby, or can choose to be the one that move forward and inspire others. So that is the path that I actually go through. And finally, today hopefully I can share with you some of the things I learned throughout my journey, and to share with all of you here. And let me tell you first, right? My chart, if you look at traditional reading, the time my chart is really, really bad. You know, you shouldn't do this. You just need to be stay low profile, you know, just be a clerk or admin, the kind of thing. Yeah, but I beg to differ. I actually look in a way to actually improve it. Yeah, I mean, the reading is true because back then I was struggling financially. I'm not happy with my life. I hate my job. How many of you hate your job? Okay, cut toward me. Don't worry, your boss is not here. The chances of your boss will be here only 0.05%, okay? Okay, nice. Yeah, I feel you, right? I've been there too. Yeah, because that time when I hate my job so much, from the outside, people think, hey, Iverson, it seems like you're so happy, but internally, I'm not, right? I hate my job. And that's why Friday would be my favorite day, and Sunday evening would be the day I hate the most, because the next day I got to go to work, right? So therefore, that is the point. I get to learn parser, and I turn my finance around. Yeah, that is the most important part, right? Because that time I'm struggling financially, I'm heavily in debt, and I managed to turn around within 2 years and 7 months, to be precise, around that. Yeah, so I'm not saying this. Maybe you might think, hey, I was wow, 2 years, 7 months is pretty long. Maybe you are better, right? You can turn around between 6 months. Who knows, right? But for me, maybe I'm not so intelligent. So with God will, and hopefully with all the opportunities and the right way of using the chart, yeah, able to get me there. And then the time, this 2 years here is a year I able to clear all my debt, and then I get my dream house, my dream car, and then I actually able to create my net worth, right? More than millions. Yeah, this is something A lot of people think it's very long. Say, Iverson, how come you need 2 years and 2 years and 7 months? It's because there are so many things I need to fix in my chart, right? So yeah, so at this point, I would say that I'm glad to actually say that I don't need to work for money anymore, right? Because I think it's fine to work, right? But it's nothing. I would say it will not be fun if you keep working for money. Agree or not? Right? You still can work, yeah, when you're financially free, but we don't like the feeling we work because we want the money. We want to put the food on the table, right? We want to reach that point as fast as possible. Agree or not? Right? How some of you already reached that, you know that feeling, right? You don't need to fearful if one day that your boss had a straight meeting with you, you might thinking, hey, will I get fired or something? Right? So because why you're so afraid? Because you're afraid that if you lost, it's not because you're afraid of your boss, because you're afraid if you lost your job, then you're in trouble, right? So therefore, this is the first thing I turn around my life using BaZi and metaphysics. So today, hopefully I can share with you some of this as well. So the first thing, right? The first thing when you learn BaZi or when you learn metaphysics, one of the things that I want you to actually understand is not about how much. It's not about how much you learn about the BaZi. It's never about how much, It's about the questions, yeah, that you ask yourself when you look at your BaZi. Yeah, remember, the question that you ask determine your destiny. Yeah, because when I talk to people, a lot of people asking mundane questions. You know what is mundane questions? Yeah, the questions that won't get them ahead. It seemingly look like a legit questions, but if you look deep into it, it actually cannot help anything, right? It's like and for entertainment, right? So let me share with you what kind of mundane question normally people ask. The first question people will ask is like this: who am I? Okay, it's look like a harmless or legit question, right? But think about this, right? Normally people ask me, they're already 40 hours, and then I mean, like, you still don't know who you are, by the way. Yeah, you live long enough, right? So if you still don't know who you are, I think you got a problem. You're not supposed to see me first. Okay. Right. So therefore, probably they know what they want. They just want to hear something that make them happy, right? If they know that they are procrastinator, maybe they want someone to tell them, hey, you're not, no, I'm not that kind of people though. Right? You get me as a consultant, I want to give you straight, all right? No filter, direct. Because I always believe in tough love. If you want to get it from me, you're gonna get it direct from me, right? So therefore, I would say that you already know who you are, right? No need to ask that question, right? Why would you beat around the bush, wasting your time finding who I am, right? And then spend another 6 months, meditate, and then feel you, right? And then forgive yourself. I think all of this is waste of time. Okay. Remember, if you're in a survival mode, you don't have time to think of all these things. These things are for rich people to think. If you constantly think about that, probably you're already rich because you have too much time. You think about this, right? Poor people, they are busy making money. They don't have time to think about, I want to feel my purpose. What is my calling? All right. Okay. So therefore, I would say that, and by the way, right, who you are, don't you think it changed all the time? Do you think you're very much a different person 10 years ago compared to who you are right now? Yeah, it's a very different person, right? And now, even right now, do you behave differently when you interact with different people? Right? When you interact with your children, different person. Interact with your boss, also different person. Right? And when you're alone, also different person than who you are really. Don't you think it's pointless, right? So I think that, right, BaZi is not about, knowing who you are. It's about knowing who you will become. Yeah, then you ask the right question, right? Now, who you want to become. Okay, so do you see how by this shift of question, you start to see your charts differently? So it's not about how great are you in technical knowledge about BaZi. Yeah? It's about the quality of the question. So today, I hope that I can guide you to actually lead to more quality questions that I use for myself, my clients, so that we help you to move forward. And there are a lot of another question here, a mundane question is like people asking me, why I'm not doing well in my career, even in my suitable industry. Have you heard about this? Now they are failing in their career, and then now what they do, they tends to blame the industry because they tell me, hey, someone told me that I should go to tech industry, because my favorite element is fire. Why I'm still not doing well? Yeah, what's the problem here? A lot of people think the moment they get into the right industry, automatically they'll be successful. Right? Yeah, that's normally what people think. Think about this, right? Why? Why someone's still failing when they are in a suitable industry? What is your thought on this? Help me out here. If someone asks you this question, now why I'm still failing when when I'm in the right industry? For example, like if fire is a favorable element, then people will tell you, okay, tech industry is the best one for you. What do you think? That is very simple. There are someone better than you. Agree or not? Right? You're not so unique that you only have a party chart suitable for tech industry, So do your colleague. How hard to find another one, right? So the reason you're not getting there because you have what? Your competitor is stronger than you. And then now you're going to blame the industry. Who think you're the exclusive one? No, unless the whole world, only your party chart suitable industry is tech industry. Okay. Yeah, that probably be number one. But there are so many people easily ask, how many of you here, your favorite element is fire? A lot, right? So therefore, the suitability in terms of industry is no longer the factor, because there are so many of them also that can easily pick up so many party charts, also have the same suitability in terms of industry, right? Okay, so I would say that you need to be better so you can compete at the highest level. So there are so many of it, and then some of them also ask me, when will I meet someone to appear and save me? Okay, so a lot of people think that the reason they are not doing well because no one helped them, so they are waiting. Yeah, hopefully the right one will turn out and change their life around. Have you heard about someone actually ask you this question? Yeah, they play a victim mentality. They feel that they deserve to be helped. Think about this. When you meet the right noble or the noble people turn up, do you think they will help you? No, because the nobleman to a lot of people, Yeah, the first question the nobleman will ask himself is why I should help you instead of so many people else. Are you deserve to be helped or not? All right. So therefore, this is the question that normally when I hear this, I cannot take it. I'm not scolding them back, of course. Yeah, I just take a deep breath. Okay, then I continue my conversation, explaining in the fastest way, right? So don't want to be in a victim mentality that you need to be saved, because no one responsible or to help you. You don't get this entitlement. Yeah, you're not entitled for this, right? So you deserve to be helped first or not? Okay, so therefore, by actually changing this equation, now you can look at metaphysics in the better way. So like, if you ask me, hey, Iverson, how do I look at metaphysics? And because when you start learning BaZi, you talk about, okay, what is my, who am I? When I meet my noble people? When my luck to be better? All this cannot help you. Okay, the only thing can help you right now when I'm looking for is a rare and big opportunities. Yeah, next level. How many of you here would like to know about this part? I think it's more practical, right? Yeah, why do you learn metaphysics in the first place? For me right now, I changed my perspective. I don't deal with all these nitty-gritty these questions here. I'm looking at how do you spot rare or big opportunities, which means you want to level up yourself. Yeah, raise your level. So therefore, one of a reason I want to do this webinar here, I want to encourage all of you here and also encourage myself, because sometimes we also need a reminder to think bigger. Okay, to think bigger. So then you are thinking right now, raise your standard, raise your level. So how do you think bigger, right? So set a bigger goal, right? So let me tell one secret here. Great goal attract great destiny. You might need to write this down. Yeah, the reason people are not actually achieving something that they want is not because of their party chart. It's because they sit their goal too low and they hit it. Okay, and then they feel happy. So I probably, if there's a one takeaway, the first takeaway for today's seminar here, you need to write this down. Great goal attract great destiny, not your party chart. Yeah, so now tell me, is the current goal, or if you have any at all or not, or if you have one, is your goal is a great goal or not? Okay, so if you have, stretch a little bit, forward 5 to 10%, that would be great. So now a great goal, normally they'll ask a question, right? How can I be different? Who I need to become to get what I want, right? So why? Why this is so important right now compared to all the times here? Because when you learn metaphysics, I want you to know that if you want, how many of you here want to make use of metaphysics, optimize it? Yeah, type the word me if you want to do this. Beyond the shadow of doubt, you want to do this. Okay, all right, great. So now, in order to do this, I want you to actually understand one concept here. Is about one thing, is about cycle. Yeah, because metaphysics and everything talk about one thing only. If I understand, after I learned metaphysics for so many years, I understand the whole teaching of metaphysics is to help us to remind that our life here is actually governed by cycle. Everything. Yeah, so let me show you one slide here. This is the slide. Yeah, you see a cycle here, right? So remember this. So what do I mean by a cycle? Cycle means that, there's always a beginning of something and there'll be an end to it, right? So, and the good news here is like this. Whatever problem you're facing right now, eventually it will go away. Agree or not? I don't care how hopeless you are right now, those problems will go away. Have you been into a situation where you think you cannot move forward? But looking back 5 years, 10 years from now, you used to cry about it. Right now, you used to laugh about it, right? But the different part also the same, right? The opposite spectrum of it. So I don't care how beautiful you are, whether you have six packs or everything, will go away as well. You'll come to an end. Agree or not? So suffering comes when people fail to acknowledge this part. Like a lot of people asking me a question, hey, Iverson, how do I avoid breakup in relationship or separation in relationship? So I would say, don't get into one. Don't you think so? Right? Because all meet up will lead to separation. Agree or not? Right? So, but since you know all meets up, all union will meet with separation, why people still want to get together? Tell me. Huh? Why are you going to still get together? To experience life? Agree or not? Right? That's a cycle. So when you look at BaZi, 5 elements also a cycle. Agree or not? How about stocks market? Stock market also a cycle, right? Yeah, the stock cannot go all the way up. If you are investor, you know, right? If you are the economist, you know that market work in a cycle as well. How about your life? Do you see that your life in a work in a cycle? Nothing lasts forever, right? Like last time, when I was in my 20s, right, I mixed with a group of friends. We are very close, and that time I thinking, right, hey, I go with this group of friends. We always go out. We're hanging out during weekends. No matter where we go, we all go together. It's like 15 of us, right? It's a big group though. So every time we go out, we have several cars. We go out, right? So our relationship is so good that you never ever occurred to me that time that in one day, we are not as close as we used to be, right? Because our life changed, right? People grow up. People want different things. Yeah, then if you're asking me where is this group of people, I don't know where they are right now, right? So therefore, you know that the more you understand that is a cycle of life, then I would say that you can handle life better. Therefore, the 5 elements, also a cycle. When you learn BaZi, it actually teaches us how the life works. So now, tell me, what is the ultimate cycle in life? What is the ultimate cycle in life? It's one thing, right? Birth and death. We are all born to die. Agree or not? Death is inevitable. Yeah, so, but one thing I realized, the sad part is not that one day that we all will die. That one is not the sad part. The sad part is we don't learn how to live our life. Agree? Because death is inevitable, right? All of us here, we go through that. So now, since there are cycle of everything, which means that whatever problem you're having right now, will there be a chance to turn around or not? There will be. Although it's seemingly right now, it is impossible, right? But you experienced so many times before, nothing stay permanent, right? So we always acknowledge that is a cycle. Even if a good thing also the same, right? It will not last forever. So it's about appreciating and how do we, but it will be good if we can track the cycle, right? So because when we look at this randomly, the cycle seems operate in random manner, but with metaphysics, we can actually track the cycle. Yeah, that's the whole power of metaphysics. Some of you agree with me on this. When you look at your BaZi, your luck pillar is a cycle. When you look at annual analysis, like every year, this is a year of rabbit, that is also a cycle. So when we understand that, don't you think we can actually strategize our life better? Because now we know when the cycle start and when the cycle end. For me, that is the biggest takeaway from metaphysics. How many of you here would like to learn more about the cycle, the cyclical influence in our life? Yeah, I don't think a lot of systems able to do it, but Chinese metaphysics emphasize a lot on this. Okay, all right, nice. So now, the power of cycle here, since we can do this, so there are a small cycle like every year. Then there is a medium cycle would be like a luck pillar, like every 10 years. And the third part here, the bigger one, is a cycle of 20 years. So some of you actually knew this. The cycle of 20 years, we use the name period 9. Yeah, that is a big cycle, 20 years. So, and how many of you heard about period 9 before? Okay. Yeah, you heard about period 9 before. Nice. And some of you might not know what it means, right? Let me tell you. Period 9 is nothing more than a cycle. Yeah, but this cycle lasts very long, for 20 years. So we just use the name period, but actually it's just a cycle. So right now, let me show you what the current cycle we are in right now. Okay, so now can you see it on the screen right now? So it's a period 9 is we call this cycle number 9. So there are only 9 cycle and then it repeats itself. So after 9 will be 1 and then 2, 3 and so on. Now we are going into period 9 cycle. Okay, how many years? 20 years. So I think the first thing normally people will ask, right? Okay, so if it's I mean, what is the big deal of going through this 20-year cycle? So the reason we want to know this because we want to know the impact in our life. And how do we know this? We need to actually analyze these 3 lines. Okay, these 3 lines made up as a trigram is also a picture. If you learn metaphysics, you know a lot of stuff about what will happen or what is the impact for us for the next 20 years. Would it be useful or not if you know? Like, what is the business trend, career trend? Your BaZi, will it be better or not? Or how about your Feng Shui? Is it become obsolete or it become good automatically? Right? Because everything is changes. Yeah, this is invisible cycle, right? So therefore, and you know that, do you realize for the last 2 to 3 years, so many things happen to make a way for the new cycle to come in? You look at pandemic, you look at the world tension, right? So many things is to pave a way to this period 9. So therefore, don't you think this is worth studying or not? Yes. Why? Because it's 20 years. Yeah, it's not like 1 year. 1 year, you still can go for holiday, right? For example, like someone asked me, right? Oh, and this year, my animal sign is bad. What to do? Don't worry. Yeah, just go for 1 year, enjoy yourself holiday. You can skip, right? 1 year, I think you still can get away, right? But yeah, 20 years. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. So now, the thing is like this. I want you to think about this, right? How many, now we are in a year before the period 9 happened, right? If you miss this pillar, right? Let's say you miss this period. When will be the next period shift happening? Yeah, I want to check whether you pay attention or not. If let's say you miss this period 9, then you need to wait for another big change is when? 20 years later. So now, how old are you 20 years later? Let's say you miss this. Some of you are old, right? But unless right now you're 20 years old, then 20 years later, you'll be like just 40 years old. Still fine, you still make changes. But if you're above 30 right now, probably this is the only period you have to make some real changes in your life. Okay? So, you know, Yeah, so which means that 20 years from now, you surely arrive. The question is where? So, but how many of you here are 20 years old and below? Type the word me. Is there anyone here? None. Okay, Wong Jun Hong. Nice. So, Wong Jun Hong, if you miss this pillar, wait for another 20 years. Yeah, at that time, probably you're still just early 40s. You're still fine. Okay. Yeah, but most of us not. Right. So, therefore, don't you think period 9 is important? Probably this is the only chance you have, yeah, to turn your life around. Yeah, that's why I keep talking about period 9 because it's so important. And don't you think you're lucky that you're in the crossroad of these changes and now you still have time to make a lot of changes? I'll see that all of you here are lucky in that way. Right? Now you know it. Yeah, before the period shift. So you can take advantage of it. Yeah. So therefore, this is the one here. So now, how many of you here want to learn how to win big in period 9? You want to learn how? Okay. There are 4 ways. There are 4 ways. Yeah, let me tell you, there are 4 ways to help you out in period 9 journey for the next 20 years. Is this. There are BaZi, there are Qi, there are Feng Shui and Yi Jing. Okay, to a beginner, don't worry. You might not learn any of this or you might not even know what it is. It's fine. This is just a system. Right? These are the 4 systems I primarily use to help myself and my clients. So if you are thinking, right, hey, can I just use BaZi to win big in period 9? Nope. It requires 4 systems together because all of them works on different, I would say, level, different realm. So how many of you here are BaZi students? Type the word me. BaZi students? Okay, all right, nice. Okay, so now you know BaZi is one part, right? Today we're going to talk about BaZi. And then there's another part about Qi. Yeah, Qi talking about manifestation, talking about spirituality, talk about magic. So that one is Qi and Feng Shui. Yeah, Feng Shui is about the land of the environment. And then finally, Yi Jing is your North Star, is your guiding light. How many of you here need a North Star? I think everyone, yeah, we need that, yeah, because we get lost in some point in our life, right? We need some guidance. We need the guiding light. We need the North Star. So it points you to the right direction. Okay, so therefore, don't you think all these 4 systems is important? So now the first thing here, the first mistake, yeah, I'll tell you the first mistake people make when they try to improve themselves in period 9, they try to work on the Feng Shui for period 9 first. How many of you actually the first thing you think is about the Feng Shui of period 9? Yeah, say I'm going to get the best house of period 9, then I'll be okay. Right? So let me tell you, Feng Shui is important, yes, but it's not the first one. Okay, let's say, let me ask you a question here. If someone are struggling financially, he's working as maybe a junior executive, and then somehow he got a chance to live in a good Feng Shui house in a Warren Buffett house, for example, a billionaire house. Will this person who's struggling financially barely make like 1,000 per month able to become a billionaire or not? No. Why? But you might think, right? Now this is the best house. This is not a millionaire. This is a billionaire house. Okay. Right. How come no? Right? Because of what? The house will be overkill, right? Yeah, it's like someone who don't have the experience. Now you actually putting him in the CEO position in a top company in the world. Can he perform or not? No. Right. Yeah. So therefore, maybe he will ask to leave within the first week, right? So therefore, your BaZi, even you live in a billionaire house, but right now your skill is you're just a clerk, right? So you cannot utilize the energy of the house. Yeah, because you're not the right person. If let's say you find an investment deal like 500 million, you can see it, but you cannot take it, right? So therefore, don't aim for the best house first, right? Aim for better yourself. Agree or not? When you are right, then the right house will come to you. Yeah, because it's a law of attraction. But a lot of time thinking, yeah, they keep thinking, as long as I find the best house, my life will be good. No. The house also select people when okay? Yeah, not you select the house, If your energy, your mindset, because that house requires someone mindset that is so big, and now you keep afraid of this, you don't dare to take risks. You thinking by going there suddenly you make money. The answer is no. All right. So I always tell people the first person you want to upgrade is you. When your energy level increase, your frequency increase, the right house will come to you. Okay. How many of you see my point here? Yeah, so stop looking first, right? The best house. You cannot benefit from it, right? Because you're the wrong person. You're the wrong user of the house. There are so many things. It's like you're buying a plane, but you're not a pilot. Okay, the plane is expensive. It's a state-of-the-art technology, but you cannot fly it. All right. Okay. So therefore, I would say that don't you think it makes sense? We need to upgrade ourselves first using our BaZi, because BaZi represent ourselves. Yeah, that's why today I'm going to focus on BaZi. How about that? Okay. All right. Because I realize that a lot of time people keep saying, I want the best house. I want the best house. Tell them, forget about it. All right. It will come. Yeah, patient. Yeah, fix yourself first. So therefore, today I'm going to pick up some of this because period 9 is not something new to me. I've been teaching period 9 like I think 2019. Okay, before people know what period 9 is, I keep talking about it. I say you must do this, you must do this, but 80% of people think I'm crazy that time. Okay. Well, but I did my investment. I don't care about them. I do the one, and those who follow me, yeah, they see results, right? Yeah, some of you, I talk about AI like what 5 years ago, right? So many things. That time people just say, oh, okay, just listen. Yeah, they don't. Some people don't follow, but some people follow. Now they see, yeah, how this thing manifests itself, right? So therefore, all this information here, all this research here, I compile in a journal. This is what I call a period 9 journal, secret journal. Iverson Lee period 9 secret journal. Do you like this a lot? There's a lot of stuff inside. Yeah, I track every single event and I document inside this journal. Okay, so and today I decide to actually take out some of the important information to share with all of you here today. Are you guys ready for this? For free. Okay, all right. Now, let me share with you this one first, right? Today, we're going to talk about BaZi, as I mentioned just now, right? Because if your BaZi doesn't work, I don't care how good your Feng Shui is, it won't help you at all, okay? So, and growing wealth in period 9. Okay, so today we're going to talk about growing wealth. Why we're going to talk about wealth? Because you think about this, right? Every year, when you get a analysis, the annual analysis from based on your animal sign, if you're financially free, you don't really concern that much, right? Agree or not? I want to ask you this first. Let's say right now, you have like maybe 100 million in your bank account. Yeah, even the reading the animal sign doesn't really bother you that much, right? Okay, you're out of job. I'm fine. So many things, right? There's so many things you can do. It give you ultimate freedom. So I say the agent to change someone's destiny is to give people the ability to have freedom of making choices. A lot of time, why we think the analysis is bad, because we in a position that we cannot make a lot of changes, right? Like in your work, you cannot control when you got fired, right? You're being put in the age and you suffer, right? But you have this sort of ability, this sort of freedom to make decision where you want to be, who you want to spend time with, what you want to do right now. So that is freedom. So therefore, in BaZi or Feng Shui or Qi or Yi Jing, I would say the first step to improve someone's destiny is to improve your financial capacity. I know that money is not everything, right? I know that, but money can solve a lot of problems, or at least make the problem, I would say, softer, all right, easy to handle. Agree or not? Right? So, and like if you go to cry anyway, right? You want to cry in a Ferrari or want to cry in a small old car. You're still crying though, but different experience, right? Okay. So therefore, yeah, this is the part here. So now the first one I'm going to talk about for today is period 9. You want to make a lot of money. You want to understand the first principle of period 9 is the arrival of the queen. What do I mean arrival of the queen? Arrival of the Queen means that in 2000 or in the period for next 20 years, you'll notice that a lot of people actually, the women, right? It will become the powerhouse. So therefore, there will actually, I would say, control or our in the corporate world, business world, politics. Yeah, yeah, right. They have a lot of power in that. So they are very, it's a dominance, yeah, of women. So this is one of the part. Therefore, I call this arrival of the queen. So now, once you know this, right? So I want you to also know it's not about just, okay, I know it's woman, right? What can you do about it? I think that's more important, right? So I think the first thing here is if you know that women is very powerful, they have a lot of purchasing power, don't you think there's a possibility they become your boss in the near future? Is it possible or not? You're reporting to a female. Yes, it's possible, right? Or if you are actually running your own business, don't you think probably in the near future, very soon, or if not already happening, that most of your client is women because they have more purchasing power? Okay, so if you know this, right, don't you think your ability to connect and interact with women is the key to make money? Yeah, I want to think first. Okay, yes or not? Okay, all right, great. So now there are certain charts that they can interact with women better than the others. Do you want to know this or not? First of all, you know, check. First, I think we need to have awareness first, right? Yeah. So, like, if you talk to a woman, when a woman say it's fine, you know it's not fine. Agree or not? Yeah. Whenever someone say it's okay, means not okay. Yeah. So some people learn it the hard way. Some people learn, adapt, and evolve. Some people cannot accept it. Okay. Right. That some people still thinking, hey, why don't you can be just honest? Yeah, they cannot because we think differently, agree or not, right? We work different. Instead of try to change that person, why not try to understand them because they're the queen in period 9. Okay. All right. Agree? So now I want to take out your parter chart. Yeah, that's the first exercise for you here is to know whether your chart are women compliant or not. Okay. I just created this. Basically, it just means that if you're able to understand and then you know how to adjust your way to talk to them, don't you think this is important? Yeah, especially if it's for women boss, right? You need to do that. You want to market a product for women, also you need to know this. How they think. It's very different from guys. Right? For guys, if they want something, they buy, right? Sometimes they don't even care what surprise is. But for women, it's different. Is it sales right now? What if I get more points? Right? Everything. You need to know all this. Okay. So now, how do you do this? Take out your butter chart right now. I'm going to share with you how do you know whether you can interact with women better, you can understand them better. Okay. Let me just share my iPad first. Okay, this is a butter chart. Okay. So a butter chart, I will say that you need to look at this 4 area. There are only 2 possibilities. Either is yin or yang. So yin actually governs the ability to understand and interact with women better. So among the 4 stems here, only these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which one? How many yin you have? Okay. All right. If you have 4, very good. Okay. So it all is in. This can apply to male and female as well, you know. Sometimes a female also have all yang one, you know. So that therefore they cannot understand what women think. Okay, so great. Okay, so if you have, then it's great for you. Some of you is yin and yang, right? Okay, good. So I would say to interact better, I would say you need 2 out of 4. How many of you have 2 out of 4 at least? Okay, if 4 out of 4 is to understand already, then they cry, you also cry together. Maybe not so good, right? Okay, so I think 2 out of 4 is pretty good. Nice. Okay, you have this. Cool. All right, happy now? Yeah, so if you what happened if you don't know this? Yeah, learn. There are so many books out there, right? Learn how to communicate with women, how to sell to women. There are so many things and all this. Okay, cool. All right, nice. So this is the one. Yeah. So some of you say that I'm a girl, but I'm all yang, right? Or then how? Which means that your thinking is very different from a conventional how a women think. Okay, so you need to actually look into how do you actually understand them better that way. Okay, cool. Is this information useful? Okay, all right, great. Let me see if you have any question you want to ask here or not. Okay, all right. So someone asked about how do you know yin or yang? Okay, let me find out. Okay, I got one for you. So give me a sec here. I'm going to show you this. For those are new here, I know some of you are very new, right? You don't know what is yin, what is yang. Okay, let me show it on the screen right now. Okay, do you see this? So on top, yang is the first row, the yin is the second row. Everyone clear? Okay, can you see the screen right now? I think some of you asked, you don't know which is yin, which is yang, right? So the first row, there are 5 of them is yang. The bottom, the second row here would be all the yin element. So you just need to compare back with your chart to see how many yin and how many yang you have. Yeah, easy. Okay, all right, great. So let me just bring back my original chart. Okay, some of you threw yin, right? Okay, now you know that. So nevertheless, don't you think you still need to learn how to do this earlier as possible so you gain more opportunities, right? How about you want to run your own business? How about running a women empowerment business? Is it good for period 9? I want to ask you, women empowerment. Yes, of course. They want to be leader, right? Leadership training for female entrepreneurship. Yeah. How about like well-being, anti-aging? Yeah, I would say that the dream that women want, one of the most sought after dream of all women want is no matter what they eat, they also cannot get fat. That is the ultimate dream, right? Yes. Yeah, the rest can be negotiable, right? This is the one. So you need to think how they think, and then you can offer certain services. There are so many ways. Okay. Is this piece of information useful? Now I'm just giving you the guideline here. Of course, later on you can study, all right, this yin in which pillar, is whether it's hidden or top. Yeah, that one next time. All right. So I will give the guideline here. So at least you know what to do first. How about that? Okay, great. So now the next one. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about here is the new wealth. Okay, why this is so important? Because you know that in period 9, yeah, people will facing tough time financially. And you know that the way we work right now will be very different from the way we worked before. So which means if you're able to make a lot of money before, those technique or those method might not work well in period 9 anymore. Okay, so I think don't you think this is important? So what is this new wealth is? Yeah, what is this new wealth? So this new wealth, one of the new wealth elements, yeah, not the only one though, one of the new wealth elements is rob wealth. This is the one that people are afraid the most. Right? Rob wealth, because when you learn BaZi, there's one term called rob wealth. Rob Wealth talking about losing money, spending money, the star. So some people talk about shopping. If you follow my Instagram, I just published a Rob Wealth articles, right, about shopping. So people don't like it because a lot of time people associate that with losing money. So, but in period 9, this Rob Wealth actually is one of the most sought after star because it represents the new wealth. Why is called a new wealth? Because new wealth, you want to make a lot of money in period 9, you must have this ability to get attention. Okay. So let me repeat again. You want to make a lot of money in period 9, you must perfect your ability to gain attention. Yeah, that's the new way to make money. Because once you have attention, means you have followers, then that's where the new wealth is. I know some will say, I'm low profile, I don't want to show my face on the camera, I don't want to do this, do that. Okay, it's fine, it's your life, it's your choice. But you cannot complain that you don't get much opportunities either in period 9. Okay, so why Rob Wealth? Because Rob Wealth governs followers. Okay, followers. So you have a lot. How hard or how easy for you to gain followers is actually governed by the Rob Wealth element. A lot of people think it's a hurting officer. No, it's not hurting officer. Hurting officer is they want attention. Okay, yeah. If you learn parzer, right, hurting officer, they want attention, but it doesn't mean they'll get one. Agree? Have you met someone that they like attention and they're so annoying? Have you met someone like this, especially your colleague? It's like the whole world revolves around them. They keep talking about themselves and all these things, how I feel, right? Yeah, herding officer is like that. They want to be the center of attention. Yeah, but will they become popular? Questionable, right? But Rob Wealth has the ability that inspire and then get people to follow them. That's why it's also a leadership style, by the way. So now, I think the next thing you want to know is where do I see the Rob Wealth or not? Okay, so let me show you where do you look for this Rob Wealth element. If you have one, okay, there you go. So now this is a sample bar chart. Rob Wealth, it will appear is RW. Okay, so you need to check. Where to check? Here or here? Do you have any Rob Wealth or not? Okay, nice. So that is your new wealth. Yeah, for period 9. So my next question to you is what? What you are waiting for if you haven't do anything. Yeah, this is a great year to start. Don't wait until period 9. This year to start first. Okay? All right. So now, if you have it, then type the word yes. If you don't have, type the word no. Type in the chat box right now. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. So now, the best, the most powerful Rob Wealth is when you see the Rob Wealth in the year pillar. How many of you have the Rob Wealth in the year pillar? Year pillar is the most powerful one. Okay, let me see any of this got Rob Wealth or not. Okay, let me check for you. This one got. You see the year pillar? Do you see RW here? Okay, let me enlarge this a little bit. Do you see RW here? Great. Okay, why? Why the year is the best? Because the year represents social media. You represent your social media personality. People like it. People like your approach. People like your thinking. People like your work on it. So if you have this, even more reason you want to do this. Okay? If you don't have, doesn't matter, right? Later on, probably some other time we talk about how do you create a Rob Wealth in your chart, even you don't have it. Yeah, for now, let's work on the one that you are, those people who have this Rob Wealth first. Okay? All right. So when to start? This year. You don't need to wait until next year for the period 9 to kickstart. Yeah, probably it's too late. Yeah, you want to start it now. You want to get prepared. Okay, guys, do you understand this? Yeah, why this year? Because this year is the eve of period 9. Yeah, because if you start next year, all opportunities might be gone because a lot of people doing this year. Okay, all right. So, and okay, someone asked period rock wealth in the luck pillar, consider. All right, still consider. Yeah, if I say no, maybe you cannot sleep at night already, right? Okay, so I need to be a bit lenient here. Okay, all right, so nice. So don't worry. Yeah, there are two ways to do this. You can use other wealth mechanism in period 9. Yeah, because I told rock wealth is not the only one, and there's a possibility for you to attract or bring in the rock wealth as well. Okay, for now, we just want to know, yeah, do you have this or not? Yeah, this is super important. Yeah, in period 9. So it's about followers. Is your followers means that the one that actually really want to follow you genuinely, legit followers. I've seen some people, right? They have million followers, but their followers are they buy the followers. Have you seen someone like this? Have you seen a lot of people, their social media account, they have like, wow, millions followers, but how do you know it's fake or genuine? You look at the number of likes in their page. Okay. So I've seen a lot of people that have million followers, but the view maybe just like 1 or 2K or maybe 100 likes, 200 likes, probably it's fake. A lot of people buying it. Yeah, because they want to boost their profile, right? Yeah, but when I say followers here is not buying followers, is someone, what do I mean quality followers? Is when you want to sell something, or products or services, they're going to buy from you. Yeah, because they like you, they know who you are, they know what you believe in, right? They know your passion, they know your ability, and then they buy from you. Right? So which means that if you have all these genuine follower, you can make a lot of money in period 9. Yeah, you just publish a new product, post, then the next thing you see, your sales funnel page, all payment, all coming in. Yeah, that's a new way. That's why in period 9, not a lot of people want to actually climb the corporate ladder. Do you realize this? Because nowadays, all these social media influencers, they make much more money than a CEO. And they also have much more time than a CEO. In the old days, if you are CEO or in a C level, right, you feel so proud, right? But nowadays, when you tell people you're CEO or what, or COO, those young people will look at you and say, so what? You see how the world actually changed? Do you see that or not? Not just me telling you. Do you realize this trend is changing? Yeah, people don't respect these group people that much already. Unless now you're 40, 50s, you're still not, then of course you still see important. Now I'm talking about the teenagers and the early 20s. They don't respect it. They say, okay, what? So what? You know, corporate stooge or something. So they are very different way of relating. So nowadays they rarely tell you they want to aspire to become a CEO, a CEO, a CTO. It doesn't give them that sense of achievement anymore. All right. Okay. You compare it like 20 years, right? If you're CEO or you're C level, what do you do when you meet people? Here's my name card. Here's my name card. Okay. It's like you're passing cupcakes, right? Because you feel proud about it. But nowadays, they take your card, they say, okay, so what? Okay. All right. So probably I make more money than you. So therefore, the attention, yeah, is a key. And now you see a lot of people doing this already. And right now, I would say it's a bit harsh, but I need to tell you that if you don't have an online presence right now in period 9, technically you do not exist. You might need to write it. You might need to write this down, right? If you don't have an online presence, yeah, in period 9, technically you did not exist. Yeah, so therefore, buckle up. Yeah, create something out of this. Okay, all right. So this is the one here. So social media doesn't just mean TikTok, right? Social media represent the platform where you are searchable, right? You can share stuff, right? Okay, guys, understand this. Do you understand this part here? So first way to make wealth is understand Roman. The second one here is about, yeah, the attention is a new currency. If you have the raw wealth and in the year pillar, even more so, you should do this. When to do this? Yesterday. Yeah, that's how urgent it is. Okay, great. So the next one. Are you guys ready for the next one? The next way of growing wealth in period 9, based on your pacha. So by the way, again, I need to mention that rock wealth is not the only wealth element in period 9. It's one of it, but this one is super powerful. I think you finally get its justice and get the credit it deserves, because rock wealth normally is people think it's a cursed star, so people are afraid of it. Yeah, so I feel happy for rock wealth. All the years of hard work, finally, he able to see the light. Nowadays, in period 9, they become super powerful. Okay? All right, great. So now the next one here. Okay, let me show you the next one. Just now we talk about the arrival of the queen and then the new wealth, right? And then the next one here, we talk about metaphysics and magic. Yeah, because period 9 is a Li Gua. Li Gua is a fire element. And do you see this, a Li Gua? Do you see this? Actually, in my background right now. Yeah, this is the Li Gua I'm talking about. And do you know why today the background is red color? Yeah, it's because it's fire element, right? So Li Gua is the fire element, and therefore fire element represents spirituality or ritualistic practice, metaphysics, Chinese metaphysics, energy. All of this is something that will be booming in period 9. Okay, how many of you here are a healer, or you practice Reiki, you are teaching yoga, you study unconventional healing? Wow, okay. So this is all magic. Yeah, this magic is not David Copperfield or David Blaine kind of magic, all right? So this is magic. This is something I'll do with, I would say, certain spiritual practice, rituals, yeah, that kind of thing. Okay, there'll be a lot. So manifestation, visualization, affirmation, this will be super big in period 9. Okay, so now, some people do you want to know how, some of you here, you're already born, you're gifted spiritually or not? Do you want to know this a lot? Because the next question might think, right, there's so many options, I should just share which one I should pursue. So maybe I can help you out to make a better decision on this. So now, therefore, one of the way to qualify your Bata chart, whether you are gifted spiritually, is the Tai Chi nobleman. Okay, so the Tai Chi nobleman is here. Okay, so right now is this. So now, first of all, you need to look at where is your day stem is. So how many of you here are Yang Wood as your day master? Yang Wood as your day master. Okay, all right, great. So if you're Yang Wood, you check your chart. Do you have a rat or a horse or not? Okay, great. If you have it, then you have one. So the rest is still the sum. Some of you have, some of you don't. So if you have this, what does it mean? Means that you have this Tai Chi nobleman. Yeah, Tai Chi nobleman in the chart. So it means that strong affinity with metaphysics, strong intuition, and they're very creative, and they're also able to turn experience into insights. So they have wisdom. Yeah, some people that keep actually doing the same mistake over and over again, right? They don't have insights of what is happening to them. Yeah, they keep thinking it's the external fault. But when someone actually able to gain insights from experience, they develop wisdoms. Okay. All right. Some of you say, okay, can you show Randall Horney Leba say, can you show the nobleman chart? How many of you didn't get it just now, the nobleman chart that I shared just now? Type the word me if you don't get it. Okay, so right now, okay, let me see how can I do this. Okay, we're going to send over to the Telegram. How about that? So everyone, you get this. All you need to do just to go to the Telegram channel. And then if you already my subscriber, I think most of you are my subscriber, I think it's already delivered to you right now. Clear. 4K format. Do you see it? Right now? Okay, keep it. Yeah, there are much more there, but right now I want to understand one part first. Do you have it or not first? If you have this, let's say just now you don't want to do too much on social media, maybe you start with this first. Okay, so now as shown on the screen, this is a Telegram channel. You can scan the QR code, or you can go to the link, or you can screenshot first. You can join later, and then subscribe to my channel. You're gonna get all this free stuff there. Okay, you got this. Okay, if you haven't got that yet, I would say you pay attention to the webinar chat right now. Okay, so there's a link there. All right, so there's a link there. You just click on it, and then there's much more thing you can look into it, the Taiji Nobleman. But first of all, I want you to know whether you have that or not. So the reference point always your day master. Yeah, your day master. So let me give you one example here, so it's easier for you to look at. So based on the diagram I shared with you just now on the Telegram, so I want you to actually work out this with me. Okay, this person is day master is what? Day master always here, right? Yin Earth. What is Yin Earth? I would say Taiji Nobleman. Yeah, Dragon Oak Goat. So oh yeah, so do you see a goat here? Another goat here? So this person got Taiji Nobleman or not? Super powerful. Okay. All right, great. So now, if you want a little bit detail here, though, if you have a Taiji Nobleman in the day and the hour, day is here, hour is here, is more powerful than you have it in the month or year pillar. Yeah, because all spiritual connection, affinity, intuition is internal. Okay, they have more receptive to that energy. Okay, if you have an hour, probably this is the reason why you learn metaphysics. So since you have this, right, even more, you want to turn your passion, your ability, your talent into making money machine and helping people at the same time. Don't you think it's cool? Right? I think the best business is you can make money to support your family and your community while enjoying the process and also helping others. Yeah, that's the best career to have. Okay, if you have this in your chart, I would say you are chosen one, but you don't have doesn't mean you cannot do this, but you have it. Probably I want to make this as a reason for you to kickstart something. Okay, because there are so many options in period 9. If you have this, this would be one of it. Okay, are you guys clear? Okay, some of you still ask where to download this. Okay, I'll show you one more time here. Okay, so this is a Telegram app. So you need to download a Telegram app first, and then you go to the link here, Iverson t.me Iverson official, and then you can go to my channel. Then you just follow it. Okay, so there you go. This is the one. Nice. If you cannot locate, just go to Telegram and go to the search cursor there, and then you just type my name. Yeah, you should be able to locate one. Okay, nice. Yeah, that is a gift for you. And keep it, because there are far more usage on the chart. Now I'm just telling you one way to look at the chart. Okay, don't throw it away yet. Okay. Yeah, Taiji Nobleman chart is very interesting. Yeah, there's one, what I showed you just now is one technique. Okay, great. So now, the next one I want to share with you here is this. Wealth flow in period 9. Yeah, so you need to know where the wealth is flowing. Agree or not? How many of you here want to know the wealth flow? So wealth flow means that if you know where the wealth flowing, you know which position you should be in, right, to get the wealth. So in period 9, there also a wealth flow. So I want to share with you how do you able to actually read this wealth flow. How many of you here want to learn this? Type the word yes if you want to. Okay, great. So now I'm going to share with you how to derive this. Okay, first, let me ask you first to see whether you pay attention or not. What is this? What is this? Li Gua. Yeah, Li Gua is period 9, right? You want to know more about period 9? One of the source is to study the Li Gua. Okay, there are 3 lines. There are a broken line, and then there is a full line. So the full line is yang, the broken line is yin. So now in this, apparently there are 2 yang line and then 1 yin line, right? So we call this Li. There's a name. It's just a name. You call this Li, and this Li is a fire element gua. It's a fire element gua. So now a fire element gua. If you look at this, do you realize that this one is yang, this one is yang? So top and bottom also yang. So it's just, I want you to actually imagine the candle flame, right? When you lit up the candle, the flame, right? Don't you think if you pay attention to the fire, the outer layer is red color? What is in the center of the flame? What color is that? Blue. Yes, right. Yeah, outside is fire strong, right? Internally is blue color. So don't you think this resonate with the Li Gua as well as a fire element? Yes? Okay, now, since it's like this, right? External from top is a yang line, is solid. Bottom also solid. So which means that from the outside is look like real. But actually inside there are no substance. Because internally at the center is yin. So what does it say? Fake. Okay, the keyword here is fake. So what do I mean fake? It's not a bad thing though. Fat, not fat, what I'm talking about. Fake, yeah, it means that because the Li Gua externally is, so it's not real, it's artificial, it's virtual. So do you realize that nowadays, a lot of people talking about artificial intelligence, especially this year? Do you realize this or not? Then all these chat GPT coming out, there's so many things, right, this year? Yeah, it's like a big hype on that. So this is the AI, yes, correct. Don't you think it's related to the fake things, right? Artificial means it's not real. So therefore, and if you want to deep dive into technical, the Li Gua, when you look at early and later heaven position, Li Gua also connected to Chen Gua. Chen Gua is the brain, right? So when you mix artificial with the brain, it becomes artificial intelligence. Do you see the connection? Yeah, I'm telling the student this since 2019. How many of you here attended my class and then you took action on my period 9 class? At that time, you just listen only for fun, is it? Yeah, but if you, that time, you invest something there in 2019, tell me, what happened to you right now? Okay? All right, so this is one of the things here. Now you see that, especially this year, you see like, I think the recent news is Elon Musk also want to develop Woke AI, right? As a rival to the Open AI. And I see Mark Zuckerberg also want to develop AI to the Instagram and to the WhatsApp. So many things happen, right? So now since the Gua already telling you, artificial intelligence is one of the big thing in period 9, don't you think you need to look into that as well? Okay, so I think there are a few ways. If you're talking about like you want to look for work or you want to actually become relevant in period 9, probably you do something related to AI, like data scientists or machine learning engineers. Yeah, there's so many things, right? You just do a cursory search on Google. There's a lot of all these things will popping up. So if you're investors, can you look into AI companies or not? Right? There's so many out there, right? So like IBM, NVIDIA, Amazon, C3.ai, Micron Technology. And again, I'm not asking you to buy those companies. I just give you some example of AI companies, right? You still need to do your own research and due diligence to qualify whether it's the right company to buy or not. Okay? Yeah, that part is on you. I just give you some example. What is this AI company is? And did I just talk about this year? No, right? So, but how many? I'm not sure how many of them that actually listen to this take action. If you are, probably right now you see a lot of rewards. Okay. All right. But it's not too late yet. Now we are entered the second wave, right? Last time we talked about the first wave of period 9. We are almost entered to the second wave of period 9. Okay. Okay. Do you like this piece of information? Yeah. I don't want you to just listen for fun. I want you to write notes and do something about it. Yeah. Otherwise, or after you listen and then you go to sleep, and then tomorrow, as if like yesterday, webinar doesn't happen, right? I don't want you to do that, right? Do some research, right? So do something about it. Okay, great. I see some of you say you're writing notes. Nice. So now, the next one. Do you want more contents for today? Do you want more? Okay, all right, great. So now I'm going to share with you this part here is about the BaZi breakthrough. Okay, so period 9, yeah, is a period because it's that's a term. Last time I called a term is the rising of phoenix. So which means that they rise from ashes. So which means in period 9, there's a lot, is sort of like leveling up the playing field so everyone can compete at a fair level again. Right? In the old days, you might think, oh, these are the big companies, right? They're the giants of the industry. It's very hard for us to compete, yeah, in a fair way, right? But you see right now, all these giant companies, they are in trouble, right? So therefore, don't you think it's a great time to do something about it? Right? It's not every time these opportunities appears one, So if you already know this, then why not? Right? Why not you do something about it? Okay. All right. So now, how do we actually break through this? I'm going to share with you some of the indicator that if you have it in your BaZi chart, you might have a trigger that able to facilitate breakthrough in your life in period 9. Yeah. You want to know whether it's your time. Yeah. In Malaysia, we call this ini kali lah. If you're Malaysian, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. But if you're not Malaysian, then you say, it's the time. Yeah, it's my time right now. Okay. All right. So now, this is the first one I'm going to share with you. Okay, the first titan of period 9 is yin metal. So yin metal represent authority, power, and support. Okay. So I want you to check your chart. Do you have a yin metal in your chart or not? Okay, so if you have it, yeah, you have this authority, power, and support opportunities with you. So therefore, you might actually go big in period 9. Okay, so let me share with you, where do you look for this? Okay, let me share the screen here. You're going to look for, remember just now we talked about the yin metal, right? So there are only 4 places you can look. Here, 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 or here. So which means it's either here, 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 or here only. Bottom is not counted. Okay, so another one is here. Your current lock pillar. Now check whether you have this titan or the breakthrough element where you gain more power, yeah, support, authority, if that's what you want. Yeah, rise to the top, sea level. So a lot of chance. So you can set your goal. Yeah, because the energy is with you. Which means you get the support. It's easier for you to get up there. Yeah, if you have it, probably now you're already seeing it because you're already in the eve of period 9. Or at least you feel yourself are more decisive already and you want to make changes if you have this. Okay. All right. Nice. So the thing here is like this. If you ask which one is the best, always people ask, right? Which one is the best? I would say if I had to pick, as if like you have a choice, but I go to share with you, these are the 3 areas. The most powerful one. You only need to have one. Lin Chai Kin, you only need to have one. So of course, if you have it, it's considered good, but you say which one is better, right? Which one is the best? I'll say the day, month, and the luck pillar. Okay, great. So if you have this, if you're climbing a corporate ladder or you want to be the dominant leader in certain industry, so now you can do this. If you don't have this, it's fine. There are so many things you can do, right? This is only one of the titan in Period 9. Okay, so if you don't have, how many of you don't have and you feel a bit depressed right now? You're trying to hold your tears and you're wondering whether you can sleep at night or not. Type the word me. Okay, some of you depressed. Okay, as expected. Okay. All right. So can I try to undepress you or not? A little bit. Yeah. I cannot guarantee I'm able to do that, but I'll try. Okay. Can I share with you the next piece of information? Okay, great. So the next one. In Period 9, another titan here is Metal Tiger. This one is a bit hard to get because you need to match the top and the bottom. Okay, so the top and the bottom. So which means that if you see this pillar in technical term, we call this Geng Yin. Yeah, basically it's a Metal Tiger pillar. So if you have this, this is what I call Period 9 magnet. What do I mean Period 9 magnet? All Period 9 opportunities comes to you. Either you're able to recognize whenever opportunities make its appearance and you can take it, right? You can benefit from it. So now some of you are brand new, don't know how to do this, right? So let me share with you how do you look in your chart. You might not have it in the first place. If you have it, it will be like that. Okay, all right. So now I want to pay attention to the month pillar. Do you see a Geng metal and a tiger? Metal tiger. All right. So this is metal. This is tiger, right? So must be the same pillar. Metal tiger. Now you have it. Not everyone have this, but if you have this, you are Period 9 magnet. Okay, some of you ask where the best. This one everywhere also can. Yeah, this one is not easy to get one, you know, right? If how many of you have this? Year, month, day, hour, or even your love pillar. You start to see it coming already into you. Good. Okay, nice. Yeah, either way you have it is considered good. Okay, so which means that you have a lot of opportunities. Not only you know how to spot one, but you're able to take advantage of it. I think that's the most important, right? So, okay, that is the one for you. Okay, hold on. Let me, okay, now, just now that one is attract Period 9 opportunities. It's a magnet. There are one element will repels Period 9 energy. Repels means that even you see opportunities, you say, oh, this is not legit. I got to wait for a while first. It's too risky, you know. So some people that do that, right? Have you met someone like this? Whenever you share with them opportunities, yeah, they'll say, okay, this is not true, or I wait for a while first, right? The moment they wait for it, it's too late. You become general knowledge, right? So there are some chart, yeah, that repels opportunities. Okay, like this. If you have the red in your chart or not. Do you have a red? If you have a red in your chart, okay, if you have the red in your chart, it means one thing, right? So don't worry, you're not repelling. It's your mindset, right? In order to make it a repellent, okay, this is not mosquito repellent, all right? This is Period 9 repellent. You need to have at least two. Okay, one thing is not good enough. Okay, there are only 4 animal signs there, right? So you have two. So if you have two, which means that you need to solve this problem, you need awareness. All right. So need to stay open on opportunities and then look into further. Yeah, this is the rat. 2 rats. 1 rat is fine. Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't mean end of the world, right? You can do something about it. Now you're aware about it. You can always do something. You have to fix this problem. Agree or not? Yeah. Is this information useful? Yeah. You like this? Okay. All right. So for you, there are much more. There are much more, right? So now let me ask you one question here. Do you want to learn 3 ways to change your destiny? There are only 3 ways. Normally, when people talking about improving their life, create more wealth, there are 3 ways. Okay. So I'm going to show you the ways, and I'm going to share with you my way of doing this. Okay. So, and what are the 3 ways of this? Is this. The first one, normally when people use, when it comes to change their destiny, is this. They use the BaZi chart. Yeah, like just now, right? Below the BaZi chart. So BaZi chart, there's a limit because it just tells you where you are, who are you, right? So, and then, yeah, some talents. Yeah, that's it, right? A lot of people also know their talents, agree? Right? A lot of people also, you see a lot of great talent. They are a singer, but they are street singer, but they are struggling, agree or not? Right? A lot of people have a great talent. Yeah, I've been to a lot of places. They are great, but they're still struggling. Okay, so some people, the more, this is beginner, we look at the BaZi chart. Yeah, and then they ask about, am I suitable to have a partner or not? You know, all these mundane questions you're going to ask. But a more higher level people, they ask about luck pillars. Like just now we look at the luck pillars talking about 10-year cycle, right? So they look what we can maximize from it. So now they start to talking about opportunities. So that is a luck pillar. How many of you here are expert in luck pillar? You look at your luck pillar, what kind of opportunities? Some of you study that part, right? So you are considered intermediate, which is good. Okay, because now you start to look at opportunities, what you can do about it. Okay, so now you want to know the most important way of changing your destiny is you must include in the period energy, right? Because the period energy, it just change every single thing. And the period energy, as you know, it only happened once every 20 years. Like I say, right? If you miss this window, the next one for you is like 20 years from now. Yeah, probably it's too late. Don't you think it's important? Yes. Why this is so powerful, right? Why it's still bigger than your BaZi and your luck pillar? Because the period energy is the force of heaven. There is a force of heaven energy, and therefore it's able to affect every single level. Then what kind of level that it affect? You're able to help you to reset, regroup, and rebuild your destiny. Yeah, once every 20 years. So in period 9, it's about a year of reset, it's a year of regroup, and it's a year to rebuild your life. How many of you here see that time is due, time to do this? Right? You want to reset your life. Yeah, you're not happy where you're heading to. Right? You want to regroup. Yeah, collect yourself again. Yeah, so and then you want to rebuild the whole thing. The new fundamental, the new you. So period 9 would be one of the opportunities for you. And why? Why is so impactful? Because the impact of period 9 will impact us in 3 levels. The first level here is from the heaven realm, global economy, business, career. That is something, anything that beyond our control, the trend, like the AI, all of these are under the global economy. That's why part of heaven. So the second impact a period 9 could have is the earth realm. This one we talk about energy flow. It will affect our Feng Shui. It will affect our destiny. Yeah, thereby talking about energy. Right. So would you like to know also, right? How can you make best of your BaZi chart and your Feng Shui in period 9, right? So therefore, this is under the realm of energy. So and then the third one, I think is even more important, is how does it affect you as a person, as an individual? Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. How do you affect you as a person in period 9? I think the most important is your default destiny. So do you want to follow your default destiny, or you want to follow or start an altered destiny? Default or altered? Okay, Yeah, so some of you, maybe you like your default, it's fine, but you want to change something. Therefore, it's a great time. That's why I say this. So because this change every single thing, right? So your default destiny, right? It's the time to do it, because whenever there's an absence of discipline, your default destiny will take over, agree or not? So therefore, it's a time, yeah, to make a change. That's why I put a label here. It's so important. And period 9 will impact our career development. Like I mentioned just now, everything is changing. A lot of job will be obsolete. Yeah, the maybe the subject you study the last 5 years, the job might not exist in the next 5 years. And you spend the last 5 years learning that, right? So you want to know, how does period 9 impact our career development and also business? I think all of us here, beside having a job, we should have a business, because period 9 is a period of financial crisis. So it's good to have a backup. You can have a side gig, you can have a part-time thing you can do, so it's very important. And also more important, also investment, right? Once you make the money, how do you grow the money? So, and also Feng Shui. In period 9, the Feng Shui also changed a lot. Yeah, so you want to know, is your Feng Shui become better or worse? Yeah, some Feng Shui, they automatically become better without any changes. And some of them, it will change from good to bad. And in the good side, it could be from bad to good as well. So you want to know about this, right? And then also, how about well-being and fulfillment? Because in period 9, a lot of people will depress, right? You see that, right? Mental illness is one of the key thing in period 9. And also relationship, of course, you want to feel fulfilled in period 9. And also, how about tapping to luck and opportunities in period 9, right? So to make the whole things complete here. So the way to do this is very simple. Master the principles of period 9. You want to know what are the action that align to period 9 and what are the action that is violate period 9 principle. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you need to know this. So therefore, this is very important. I actually start telling everyone since 2019. Therefore, I unapologetically actually created a class in 2019. Even everyone tell me not to teach my first period 9 class. Yeah, some of you are in there, some of you are not. Do you see yourself there? Okay, this is 2019, right? It's been a while. I think like how many years ago? 4 years, 4 years ago. Yeah, and that time, bear in mind, that time when you do a cursory search in Google, if you type the word period 9, you cannot get any search results. Yeah, that's how new it is. Yeah, but that time I think I see a need. Yeah, somehow either you call this a calling or intuition. I feel I need to get this information out there. So I started this, and thank you for this group of people joining me. Because one of my acquaintances at the time tell me, Iverson, no one will come. Yeah, no one knows what Spirit 9 is all about. Yeah, but yet, yeah, this guy show up. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your support. And now, this is 2019, right? So moving forward, I want to give you a good perspective here. So period 9 actually starting 2017. So I taught a class that time in 2019, right? This is the first wave until second wave will starting on 2024. And then this will take another 20 years to complete. So we are in the verge of entering the second wave of period 9. So, and in this wave here, will be more deadlier, more impactful. And that's why it's so important. So the focus point in the second wave of period 9, one of the key points here is financial crisis. So first wave is a lot about pandemic, right? We talk about pandemic or the world order. I would say that a lot of changes from point of view, the mindset. So, but in 2024 onwards is more focused on financial crisis. So how many of you here see the need to solve this problem for once and for all? Type the word me. Yeah, if financial issue is something important, you want to overcome this. So second wave is very tough. So therefore, I want you to know about this. So the next question I want to ask you is, are you prepared for the second wave of period 9? Yeah, so, and I decided to actually pull up a lot of contents from my period 9 journal, and I compiled a new program that focuses on second wave, which is the next 20 years. And this program is called the Big Reset, Ultimate Success Blueprint of Period 9. So I'll conduct this via live stream. So which means that you can learn this via online without traveling to my country. Okay, so it will save you a lot of costs of for the flight tickets and accommodation. So I would say this is what I decided to do with Swire online program is from 27 to 28 May of 2023. So some of you might think, do I need to work all the next 20 years? No. If you are good, among the 20 years, first year, you already succeed, right? Some will take 2 years. You don't need to complete or suffer for the next 20 years. You can be faster than that. So this is the part here. So now, in order to learn this, the investment cost for this is $997 US dollar. So if you're interested, you can join us, and I will see you on 27 to 28 of May 2023. Okay. All right. So let me tell you why this is so important, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunities, because we don't get to see period 9 change often. So if the next 20 years is already a bit old, right? You don't think you're going to make changes, so you better do it now. Grab these opportunities. You are lucky because you get to know about this, right? So, and a chance to reset your destiny. Every 20 years, there's a portal open. So this is one of the things you can look into to reset your destiny and also unlock the period 9 prosperity. Okay, so how do I tackle period 9 for the second wave? Let me share with you the process here. In period 9, remember I told you one system alone will not able to address it, right? It can mitigate a little bit, but if you want to actually not only address it, but you want to thrive on it, then you need 4 systems. So therefore, I combine BaZi for period 9, where we talk about wealth, career, and business expansion, and how do you upgrade your chart to period 9. I think this is really important. And then the second one here, we're going to talk about Feng Shui, because Feng Shui affect our energy level. How do we increase our frequency? And one thing I like to talk about, something very special, is hybrid Feng Shui. How do you enjoy Feng Shui even you work on a different location every single day? Because the traditional way is you need to stay at that place for quite some time, right? But in period 9, you know that everyone work from home, they're very mobile. So the way we do Feng Shui, we need to change. Okay, great. So now, we also look into achievement for period 9 because we also want to manifest certain things like miracles and also reality bending, right? So we want to learn how do we actually do this. This is more the spiritual part about manifestation. Sometimes we really do our best, right? Something beyond our control. For example, we want to submit for an approval, really do all the paperwork, you really do your job. But in the end, it's up to the person whether you to approve your proposal or not, right? That part, right? Achievement can help. To improve the chance. So, and then finally, just now we talk about this one, Yi Jing for period 9. Yi Jing is the guiding light, is a North Star. So you know the direction and you know how to protect yourself along the next 20 years. Do you like this or not? Yes, because one system will not able to handle this. So I decided to do this. And of course, there are much more on here. More contents you can learn. And the good thing here is even you're beginner, you can benefit from this program. I know I teach period 9 program so many times. I know how even a beginner they can benefit from this. Okay, but this time different. We talk about second wave. Okay, great. So now, this is the big reset program. Join us 27, 28 May 2023. And for today, right? Today, if you wish to enroll, decided to join us, then you can enroll. Instead of 997, you can enroll today for only 497. Okay. And if you are interested, how many of you already enrolled, by the way? Nice. Wow, so many of you. Thank you. Okay. Good to see you in 27 and 28 of May 2023. Okay, so if you haven't enrolled, this will be the time. Why this is important? Because there are 2 reasons. One reason, you must master this skill before the actual period 9 take place. And the second reason also, I only teach this once. Okay, as you know, my pattern, I don't like to teach the same program. I'm going to teach something else next time. So if you want this, because this will serve you for the next 20 years, you're going to do this. But just in case you cannot make to the actual date of the course date, then there will be a replay of 7 days replay, which will be released later. Okay, 7 days replay. Okay, all right. So now, this is the link. All right. If you're interested to join us now for 497 instead of 997, there you go, joeyap.com/period9. Yeah. And talk to the team here. If you have any question, talk to the team. They're able to help you out here. Okay. Nice. So now, to encourage you further, how many of you here want a bonus? And this bonus talking about one of the forbidden element, which is the rock wealth. Right? People normally talk about the wealth element, right? Direct officer or eating God, right? But rock wealth is a powerful element in period 9. Even you don't have one, yeah, there's a way to use it. Okay, so therefore the super bonus, you're going to get this rock wealth specialist 2.0 as a bonus. Yeah, so this is a advanced parts training. So you're going to get this as a bonus for free if you enroll the big reset program here. Do you like this or not? Rock wealth specialist. Okay, so you're going to learn how to harness the rock wealth. How do you double up the power? Even you don't have it. How do you make it unstoppable? Yeah, this rock wealth element. How do you control it? How do you tame it? Instead of a negative star, you want to change it to a positive star. Okay, nice. Do you like this bonus? If you got it today? All right, so now another one. Yeah, seeing someone asking about another one. There's another one, but this one is rather limited. It's for the first 30 only. If you join us today, you're going to get this mastermind training talking about the wealth prophecy for 2023. So we're going to discuss in detail how do we look from the wealth perspective from the parts chart and achievement to help us to plan out strategy, to help us to improve our wealth energy to win in 2023. How many of you like this? And this program, bear in mind, will be conducted on 18 March. So if you intend to sign up later than this, you will not get this bonus anymore. Okay, for those already enrolled, they're going to send you an email about the link a few days before the actual program. So this wealth prophecy will happen before the actual period 9 program. Because the period 9 program is falls on May, right? This one we're going to decide to conduct is early, so you have more time to prepare for 2023. So the date will be 18th of March. So if you want to get this bonus as well, yeah, you get it now. All right, cool. So this is one. So let me summarize everything for you here. This is a limited offer. So now, this is the period 9 program. And if you enroll today, you're going to get this rock wealth specialist. And you also get this wealth prophecy for 2023, which I'll conduct in 18 March. And in total here will be 1,591. And for today, you're going to get everything of above only for 497, and you save around 68%, right? And get all the bonus. And you're going to start the wealth prophecy first, to get you ready to give you a great head start, for 2023. Okay, so this is the link, joeyap.com/period9. Okay, if you have any questions, I saw some of you say that, okay, the payment page is busy, you cannot log in to it. Yeah, talk to them. I think the team is here. I saw Carrie posted here. So you talk to them, right? So, so you just connect with them. So the next one, I want you to know that why we need to act quickly, because we're in the verge of changing to period 9. So we need to act quickly when opportunities appears, because the moment you knew about it, everyone knew about it, is no longer an opportunity. It becomes general knowledge, right? Don't let that happen, because the second wave of period 9 is a critical point. Every crisis, there's an opportunities. Yeah. So the goal here is not just to weather through the crisis. It's about end up as the winner. You want to win big in period 9. Okay. So now here's a chance for you to mark your date with period 9 destiny. It's on May 2023, 27 and 28. It's a weekend. Okay, great. So some of you might think, oh, do I have a talent or not to learn this? Don't worry, because to benefit from this program, talent is not required. Yeah, we do it for you. So what do I mean I do it for you? Which means there's a template that if you see this, then this is what it means. Okay. So you no need to stretch your head on or your thinking on this. All right. So it's like a template. What you see is what you get. It's as simple as that. What you need to do is you need to trust the process. Okay. We do it so many times and we know how to make it work for you. All right. So in summary, there you go. This is the link here, joeyap.com. Talk to the team. And if you're wondering, right, this one is a great investment. I would say if you spread it out into a year, it's only cost you like US dollar $1.40. I mean, what can you do? Yeah, for $1.40, and instead you exchange for information and life transformation strategy for the next 20 years. Okay, yeah, so this is the thing here. So, and you might need to ask yourself, right, what is the cost if you don't know this for the next 20 years? How does it cost you? How does it cost you financially? How does it cost you in relationship, spiritually, emotionally? Okay, so there you go. This is the link here, and I'm going to see you on the first one will be on 18 March for the Wealth Prophecy as a bonus, and then finally in May, I'm going to see you on the actual program, the Big Reset. I'm going to do it this year, not next year because it's too late. So you do it this year for this. Okay, all right. So and the Rock Wealth Specialist will be after, the Big Reset program. Okay, just to give you a sequence here. So the next one would be, if you enroll today, you're going to see you on 18 March. We're going to talk about wealth first. Okay, get ourselves on track first. Okay, great. So do you like this content or not, this information? Nice. Okay, great. So thank you. Yeah, thank you for joining me. And okay, let's see. And as promised, I'm going to do a Q&A right now. All right. So a Q&A, if you have any questions, you can ask me right now. Just type on the chat box. So I'll do my best to answer your questions. By the way, right, since you're thinking what question to ask, do you like today's contents? Do you like the information you learned today? Do you have more clarity of what to expect and what you can do in period 9? Do you get more inspired and have more urgency? Right? If you like the content, I'm sure that the Big Reset program is much more, way better. Yeah, because we are only touching the tip of an iceberg right now. Okay, great. Okay, Shen. Okay, Shen asked a question. Iverson, does the sin metal means in the luck pillar? Yeah, the luck pillar means that, is you meet someone that is super powerful that can transform your career. Yeah, because luck pillar is your environment, your situation, and normally is not a planned meeting, is a meaningful coincidence. We like meaningful coincidence, right? Yeah, just like some of us met our spouse, right? We didn't plan it. It just happened on that place at that time, and things just kick off. Yeah, that is meaningful coincidence. Okay, all right. So hold on. So many questions. Let me just slow down the question. What is the difference in the rock web in the Monday and instead of the year? In the year is more powerful. If you have it, the rest is still okay. Right? You have it better than you don't have it, Angela. Okay. Okay. Lang Jifang asks, for period 9 Magnet, if metal tiger is in different pillars, is it considered? No. No, have to be one pillar. One straight pillar. Okay, Wendy asks, how can a sin metal in our pillar benefit in period 9? So because the our pillar represent thinking, your thought and your idea. So which means that your idea, you might have some great ideas that all these powerful people might interested. So Wendy, I want you to do a lot of research and perfect your pitching skill so you can tap into these opportunities in period 9. Okay, Downey Sanchez asks, how can you use the rock wealth if you have it in the hour pillar instead of the year pillar? You still use it. Okay, it just take more time. That's it. Okay, Downey? Yeah, you're not losing out. It just take more time. Okay, Why Home say, if no rock well, what else to activate? There are much more, right? In period 9 is a vast study. Yeah, there's a lot of element inside the chart you can activate. Yeah, so I just share with you one of the important one is the rock wealth element. Don't worry, there are much more. Okay, Sing Chua asks, are you going to talk about Lifestyle 9 in the course? Of course, right? Of course. It's part of the plan. You're smart. Okay, Alicia asks, if our chart don't have any period 9 lucky sign, can Feng Shui help? Absolutely. Okay, so that's the reason I incorporate BaZi, Qigong, Feng Shui, and Yi Jing into it. So Alicia, I won't do that just for fun. I do it to address certain chart. They cannot do this, they cannot do that, right? Then we can resort to Feng Shui or Qigong or even Yi Jing to help you, Alicia. Okay, all right, good question. Yeah, so we don't just simply put all the different subjects there. All the subjects that we listed there has a purpose. So in the end, is just to do one thing. No matter what chart you have, you're able to benefit period 9. Yeah, that is the promise. Yeah, so you don't care how bad your chart is. Yeah, if you think your chart is bad, yeah, you'll find a way to use it. I think this is most important, right? Okay, Shen says seen matter in the day pillar, but I haven't seen any effect now though. You need to do something that participate on the desired results, right? So do that first, then the energy will come. Yeah, it's not like you do nothing, suddenly you have it. It's not like that, right? So first of all, you must have a goal, right? Is it what you want? Do you want like more authority? You want more power? Then set a plan to do it, and then you get the support. Okay, someone say, Augustine say, I'm enrolled in the Big Reset program. I have a question on the financial crisis that you mentioned. Do you mean the whole period 9 is financial crisis? No, but it's possible for certain people. It depends how you use the chart. Yeah, some people could be forever is financial crisis, right? Some people, they're able to solve it quickly, and not only that, they're able to thrive in period 9. So it depends on individual. Okay, so Rune team asks, when a Tai Chi nobleman shows up in your luck pillar, what are the signs to look out for? So luck pillar represent external, someone you don't expect to meet and all those things. I would say it's a great time for you to join a new group, like a meditation group, a retreat or something. That would be a great one. Soren team? Okay, this is Yao asked, what if the rock wealth is hidden stamp? Hidden stamp is still there, but it requires some effort, to bring it out. Okay, Chan Shuki say, if Tai Chi nobleman is in the month pillar, does it mean I'll get nobleman in career? No, Tai Chi nobleman is not nobleman. Yeah, Tai Chi nobleman, remember just now, we talk about what? We talk about affinity, intuition, with metaphysics, right? Wisdom. So you get this. So you're in a month, so very likely you're able to use it for your career. That's what it means. Okay, Evelyn Tan asks, how do you see you got Tai Chi nobleman or not? Actually, I already sent the link for you to download the reference chart. So you just go to my Telegram channel, Evelyn. Yeah, the download files is there. It's free. You just go there and download. Okay, great. Okay, nice. So thank you. Yeah, thank you for spending the last 2 hours with me here. I hope you learned a lot, tons of information that hopefully can benefit you for the next 20 years. So, and if you ask me if there's one program you must learn in 2023, if you only can learn one program, learn how to master period 9, because this is for your next 20 years. Okay, all right. Till then, I hope to see you in the Big Reset program. And I will say that I wish all of you here a great success in 2023 and beyond. Wish all of you have great health, and hope to see you guys again very soon. I'm Iverson Lee. Keep in touch. Bye-bye.